Okay, so I'm preaching from Mark chapter 4, the parable of the sower. Listen, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell in the rocky place where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants so that they did not bear grain. Still other seed fell in good soil. It came up, grew, and produced a crop multiplying 30, 60, or even 100 times. Then Jesus said, "He who has ears to hear, let them hear." So like the passage says, let your ears hear. So it also says, the farmer went out and planted his seeds, and some fell in the road, and some managed to fall in the gravel, even amongst the weeds, and a few fell in good soil. But the point of Jesus sharing this story was certainly not about this farmer. He took each of the seeds and relates it to us as people. So I see this all the time. I see the seed that fell on the road is the person that hears the message but doesn't understand it. So all that is heard leaves as quickly as it came. And how about the one that fell on the gravel? I run into these people all the time as well. And in fact, it's like at church events like these. For example, I go to Winter Blitz, and it's a gathering where teenagers can come and learn the Bible and the message in ways that attracts to a teenager's point of view. And they come there, when they hear the message, they accept it really quickly, and it's like it's there for a moment, but then when they leave and the event's not there anymore, nothing's the same, so they lost all faith. And so like a seed in gravel, its roots weren't deep enough and it's dried up. And for the next two seeds, the one that fell in the weeds and the one that landed in the soil, I'm going to tell a story about my father. My dad, since he was 16 years old till 52 years old, was a really bad alcoholic. And he always grew up with the church. And in fact, if you ask him, the one thing that he'll thank his dad for ever doing was taking him to church. So he'd go every Wednesday and every Sunday. But when he first started to drink, when he was 16 years old, he took the habit of skipping church on Wednesdays to go drink alcohol with his buddies. And the seed that went in the weeds was the seed that explains a person that was choked and taken away by all the other plants, because and a person that listens to everyone else is more or less going to do what everyone else is doing. So for a while there, my dad did that, and he knew the message and understood it, but didn't want to listen. And now, this past year, he got a call from his doctor saying that they looked at his liver and they said it's not good. And a few weeks after that, he had a seizure. And they basically told him that you either stop drinking or you're gonna die. And then after that, CPS was called on my family because the situation at home got really bad. And so it was June 18th, 2012 that he put the beer can down. And today it's been 3 months, well, last Wednesday it was 3 months that he stopped drinking. And the way he explains the seed that fell in good soil is that he decided that he's going to talk to underprivileged kids from when he was 16 years old that have the same issue, to get them to go to church and be involved in youth groups and to do things like this. And the seed that fell in good soil multiplies, and when I think of that, I think of a seed. I think of him, it's planting that seed in someone else's mind that, this is not the way to go. Don't be like the other seeds. Be seed in good gravel, good soil, and multiply. And so, to wrap this up, the whole point in my head is, it's not about the farmer, it's about where the seed decides to land. And by the choices that seed makes, that is how you'll grow.